Over 2,400 metres. There's the light, and the 15 are set on their way. Michelangelo being taken back, no real speed by Shaw Lynn, and Ordafina getting back. Now the sharp one's into stride. I Park together with Captain Finkel, and there goes Anolfa right up the inside trying to hold them out. Chuckler's coming over, and Forbidden Rift pushed on to take a forward roll. Trapperlander's caught wide, turning out of the straight, and then came the favourite Le Toisier. Forbidden Rift didn't want the fence, so McDonald just pushing through a little bit there on Le Toisier as Trapperlander's looking to get in and gain some cover at this point. Golden Sentry's out pretty wide. Shorelin down on the fence. And the one between them there is Foire de Trone. He's getting a pretty good run, one off the fence. Further back to Spacetime Legend. Then came Michelangelo. Celebrity's back hiding in the field. And the last two at this point as they head to the back. Ordafina, who's the maiden of the field, racing on the inside of Sky Catchers. So they sort their order out. Captain Finkel, who won at Wyong last Sunday, shows the way from Chuckler and Anolfa third. I Park gets a great run fourth, one out, one back, and tugging along there in the hands of Tim Clark. Has the favourite a few lengths behind it, Le Toisier, racing on the inside of the King going Forbidden Rift. Trapperlander looks to be caught a bit deep at this point from Foire de Trone and Shorelin down on the rails. A length and a half to Golden Sentry, then came Michelangelo. A length and a half to Spacetime Legend. From Ordafina, Celebrity, and Sky Catcher is last of all. There'll be about 15 lengths covering the field, and Captain Finkel in front for Hugh Bowman by a length and a half to Chuckler. Then an offer tucked away on the inside. Forbidden Rift is still tugging along and moves out into a three-wide position now as they approach the turn. Trapperlander's out wide. I Park is slightly strung up with Foire de Trone. Now Golden Sentry out wide is trying to start a run, and McDonald is looking for clearer running here on Le Toisier. In a real traffic jam there at the 600 metres. It's Captain Finkel being eyeballed by the King going Forbidden Rift as they come around the turn. Then Foire de Trone, Trapperlander, Golden Sentry, I Park. Now Le Toisier's into the clear. No excuses as it extricates to the outside. Forbidden Rift in front, not for long. Golden Sentry and Le Toisier are sustaining this run. And Le Toisier moved up to head off Golden Sentry. Then Foire de Trone. I Park not a factor today. Le Toisier at the 100 in front. Foire de Trone is raising a big effort on the inside. Foire de Trone goes to Le Toisier, and Foire de Trone got there by a head to Le Toisier. Golden Sentry 3 lengths away third. Shorelin got up for fourth, followed by I Park. Then came Sky Catcher making ground from Trapperlander. Forbidden Rift got tied. Michelangelo next from Spacetime Legend. A good gap back to the rest. Ordafina, Celebrity never in it. Good gap back to Anolfa, who weakened out. And Chuckler was one of the last with Captain Finkel.
Australia's two big stables fighting it out there. Kerrin Ma coming out on top with Ethan Brown on Foire de Trone, getting the better of La Tressier. Chris Waller's runner for James McDonald. We're waiting for the numbers to go up. They will be official. It looks like 6-3. We'll wait on all the details. They'll be on your screens here on Sky Thoroughbred Central.
So Foire de Trone with the minor upset, you have to say. He's jumped third favourite in the market, $8.25 on the Whirlpool tote. Beats home your even money favourite La Tressier, the 4 cap.
And we're ready to go. They're set, they're racing, and the creator using barrier one. Jumped nicely, but there goes Punter and walking, painting, rolling forward on the outside. Zen Master sent forward going to third, then Cosmina. They're followed by Zuna and the Creator Park 6 on the rails. Now deep at Anthracite going forward in advance of Barking Mad. Montpellier settles back in the field. Together with Skeletrix there in the white cap. Now the favourite settles second last, King of the Sea, and a good gap away to Inquiry Minds behind. So Punton leads at a more controlled tempo today. In fact, Hyeronimus has got a double grip on him there at the 1,000 metres from walking, painting, and Anthracite doing a bit of work up on the outside. 2 after Zen Master, a similar margin to Cosmina. Then came Zuna. Further back to Barking Mad. The Creator drifts back now from Montpellier. King of the Sea moves up into a 3-wide spot, has a back to follow. And the last two heroes, Skeletrix and also Inquiry Minds. 9, 600 to go. Punter has been a fair drifter in the market, held together by a length on Anthracite. Walking, painting 2 lengths away third. Then Cosmina pushing through on the inside as Zen Master barking mad. King of the Sea about to pull to the outside as they straighten up. Punter really wound up now, coming up the rise and put 3 lengths on Anthracite. Walking, painting. King of the Sea 6 lengths away, winding up on the outside, and the Creator's going up on the inside. Punton's all out. King of the Sea is going after it strongly. Punton being tackled now by King of the Sea, and King of the Sea, the favourite, draws away now. Punton will hold down second, Anthracite third, and rattling home at the end, Inquiring Minds. Then came Zuna. The Creator didn't run on, nor did Montpellier. A gap to Cosmina, barking mad, walking, painting, dropped off, followed then by Skeletrix, and the last in was Zen Master. King of the Sea, comfortable.
Of the Sea, with that big, well-timed run by James McDonald down the outside, quickly gathering them up and racing away. King of the Sea, McDonald and Ma. It was Kerrin Ma who denied James McDonald the previous. They're together here to win race 4.
Nice horse, isn't he? He's got more to offer, this fellow. He's better, like I said, he's better than a 78 horse. He just stayed cool on him, McDonald, rode him patiently and just produced him with that big sprint down the straight. Punton was very good there. He's got his foot back on the till. Whether he's up at the wrong time of year now, I'm not sure, but at this level, he's surely going to be competitive next time. And Anthracite, eligible for easier races, will certainly be worth watching at the midweeks at all. But he stands alone, big weight.
Gates are back now, racing. So You Are and Elliptical have handled the start well, together with Boniface being sent forward and the Budgie Smuggler the outside. Then changing at the guard from Skylab, Methuselah and Belvedere Boys as last. So You Are has been well back. First run for the Baker Yard. Went straight down to the rails and led. And the favourite Boniface parks up on the outside. So he's got clear running today, Boniface. The Budgie Smuggler is 2 lengths away, third on the outside of Elliptical. A length and a half to the Sydney Cup winner, changing of the guard. Then came Skylab down on the rails, Belvedere Boys, and Methuselah ridden stone cold at the rear of the field, and about 8 lengths off the lead. So the light-weighted So You Are leads in the hands of Rachel King, loafing along by a length on Boniface. Then came the Budgie Smuggler on the outside of Elliptical. Further back, changing of the guard on the outside of Skylab. 2.5 to Belvedere Boys. And Methuselah's last of all. There's no change to the order in the Premier's Cup as they lead the back now and start the run inside the 1,000 metres. And So You Are leads by a neat length on Boniface. 2 lengths to Elliptical on the inside of the Budgie Smuggler, who's shooting for 3 in a row today. He has had a bit of a freshen up. Further back to changing of the guard, who's right on his coattails. Skylab down on the fence. Belvedere Boys travelling strongly. And Methuselah is still the last one. So You Are at the 600. Continues to roll in the lead by a length on Boniface, being quietly ridden at the moment. Same for the Budgie Smuggler. The Elliptical is being pushed along on the inside as they come around the turn. So You Are spins in front by 2 on Boniface. Elliptical getting a bit closer. Now the Budgie Smuggler popped the question. So You Are just in front. Boniface has sat outside him from the start. Berry said go, and Boniface puts the head in front. Beat off So You Are. The Budgie Smuggler's grinding away, but Boniface has drawn a length in front of So You Are inside the 50, and he's going to crack it for his first win on Australian soil. Boniface narrowly at the end from So You Are, and Methuselah flashing home. The Budgie Smuggler needed the hit out today. Then Elliptical from Skylab, Belvedere Boys, and changing of the guard. Well, he's broken through today, Boniface. Paying $2.35, $1.25, sat outside So You Are and went past him, and has had enough in the locker to see it out. Methuselah came flashing home at the end to make it interesting for second. So You Are possibly the inside from Methuselah, but Boniface having his 5th Australian start today. The French import has been able to break through today.
It has just missed to get the second spot, so it'll be Boniface, So You Are, and Methuselah 5-9-7.
As I should say. Red light blinking, gates are back now and they're off, and there's a great line out. Stardom first into stride from Prima and Gatwick is pushing through on the inside. Savvy Halley will have to settle in fourth position, followed by Catch the Glory. Apocalyptic taken back and Karinska settles at the rear. Gatwick made good at barrier one, held out Prima for the lead. Stardom taken hold of in third, Savvy Halley up to fourth. A length further back to Catch the Glory. Now 2.5 further back to Apocalyptic, and Karinska gives away a big start. Inside the 550, Gatwick leads from Prima then Savvy Halley poking through on the inside of Stardom. Catch the Glory and Apocalyptic with clear running into the straight now. Gatwick swings in front. Savvy Halley's eyeing off an inside run as Prima and Stardom move up to claim the leader. Prima moved up together with Stardom the outside, 3 lengths away to Apocalyptic. Savvy Halley can't go on. It's Stardom trying to beat off Prima a length further back to Apocalyptic. She's running out of time. It's Stardom and Prima rock hard fit, came back to win it. Prima by a head on the line to Stardom. Apocalyptic couldn't make up the ground in third. Then Catch the Glory from Karinska. Savvy Halley's put in a poor one today, and Gatwick, having led there, was weakened to finish back with it. Well, the informed Prima
form to 1,100 metres today. She'd been a 1,000-metre specialist. And today she stretches right out and had to run it right out. Prima Stardom, number 8. And you've got Apocalyptic out wide first up. Just coming to the end of her run. She gets third. Fourth home, Catch the Glory. It'll be 6, 8, 2 and 5.
She's done an amazing job. She's won 4 from 6 this preparation. Now she...
For line out, By Choice jumped well together with Screen Icon pressing on, and Pembrey going forward from the outside draw. And Pembrey taken to a narrow lead there by McDonald, on the outside of Screen Icon. An Agrarian Girl is now starting to muster into third, reaching out there under restrainer, followed by Cherry Bombshell improving. By Choice deeper out. Then came Cocoa Affair, Bangkok Hottie out wide from Christina, and Global Goal is back last of all. Pembrey's done some work here, but cleared the entire field to lead at the 600 by 2 lengths on Screen Icon, and By Choice whips up on the outside. Cherry Bombshell pushes through on the inside of Agrarian Girl. Christina right behind on the fence from Cocoa Affair, reaching out. Bangkok Hottie and Global Goal. Pembrey swings the corner by 2 lengths. Now Cherry Bombshell stoked up giving chase. Further back to Screen Icon, By Choice, and Bangkok Hottie down the outside, but Pembrey has drawn further in front. Inside the 150, Bangkok Hottie racing to a clear second, but Pembrey, oh, what a star performance by her. Pembrey eased down. Oh, that was arrogant. Won it by nearly 3 lengths to Bangkok Hottie. Global Goal savaging the line hard. Wait till she goes over further. Then Cocoa Affair, By Choice, Christina. Further back, Agrarian Girl, Screen Icon. Cherry Bombshell bombed out and reaching out. Wow, Pembrey, James McDonald. She won the Magic Night at Rose Hill, beating Lumbini back in March. She had a
8. She crossed easily. And then what about that kick? After turning for home, he was still nursing her. Then he pressed the button and she found 3. And she's won by about nearly 3. Pembrey, number 2, James McDonald and Tony Gold.
Ready to run. And they're off now. Disneck jumped all right, but taken back. Midnight in Tokyo and Machelade are the 2 vying for the early lead from Aviatris, enriched improving. Then came Susea. Infancy, Campione d'Italia taken back, and 2 behind it is Disneck. So Midnight in Tokyo goes on with the job from Machelade. Aviatris in a 3-wide position going to third. Susea improves on the inside of Enriched. Infancy just behind them. Campione d'Italia starting to tack on a bit now, moving up on the outside of it, and 2.5 off to Disneck. 600 to go. Midnight in Tokyo wants to go a bit quicker here from Machelade. Aviatris up on the outside. Susea is right up on the back of the speed from Enriched. Campione d'Italia Italia Infancy, and Disneck will have to come from last to beat them. Midnight in Tokyo at the 300. A length on Machelade, Soothsayer. Further back to Enriched. Infancy's running on, but 6 off the lead. Campione d'Italia's not doing enough. Midnight in Tokyo still shows the way at the 150. Midnight in Tokyo from Machelade and Soothsayer. Midnight in Tokyo, the Queenslander's going to win it by a long neck to Soothsayer, really knuckled down. Machelade and Infancy flew home at the end. Further back to Enrich, Campione d'Italia, never a factor. It beat 2 home, Disneck and Aviatris. So, Midnight in Tokyo, Ben Thompson
here today at Randwick, Pembrey in the previous, and now Midnight in Tokyo for Todd Pollard and Ben Thompson. Midnight in Tokyo, too good for the other Queenslander, Soothsayer, who's fought back on the inside and should get second in front of Machelade. It's Midnight in Tokyo, Show County.
Well, the Queenslanders, they'll be up and about. They think they own She's an Alibi, so they'll be doubling up there, going for the big treble there in the next.
Well, they do actually own She's an Alibi.
In the Winx Stakes. Gates are back, they're off. She wasn't great out, She's an Alibi. In fact, she's last out. And Aliana settles towards the rear. Autumn Glow's third early. Now Lindemann jump fast together with Midnight Dynamite, who will assume control. Autumn Glow happy to stay off the fence, giving the inside run to Lady Shenandoah, who advances her position. And right behind now is She's an Alibi, who's getting right up behind. So She's an Alibi only 1 length off Autumn Glow and down on the inside running rail. Gringotts on the outside, further back to Wide or Flyer from Chair Wharf. Then Green Spaces, Fangirl. Aliana sits back last, about 14 off the lead. Midnight Dynamite shows the way by 2 lengths on Lindemann, and the paces good up front. 2 off to Lady Shenandoah, a half the outside to Autumn Glow. She's Alibi is locked up on the inside by Gringotts as they come around the turn. Bjorn Baker looking to cause another upset here in the Winx Stakes, with Midnight Dynamite swinging by 3, coming wider on the track from Lindemann. Autumn Glow starting to close in now, and 3 further back to She's an Alibi. Here comes Autumn Glow. She throws down the gauntlet to Midnight Dynamite. 2 further back to She's an Alibi, and Gringotts running on, but Autumn Glow's broken clear here in the Winx Stakes, and she's back in a great way. Autumn Glow by 2. She's an Alibi really cut into the margin. Gringotts a distant third, followed by Lady Shenandoah, Idle Flyer, and then came Chair Wolf. Green Spaces warming up at the end. Midnight Dynamite got very tired from Fangirl Aliana, and Lindemann weakened right out of it. Well, the showdown was on.
Test. Autumn Glow has dominated and won the Winx. She's an Alibi will get into second spot, but was never likely to beat the Supermare. And Autumn Glow, McDonald had so much time up his sleeve. He had one look over his right shoulder at the big screen. He found where She's an Alibi was, and he had a look over his left just to make sure. 1.5 lengths between the pair. Gringotts will be third, Lady Shenandoah fourth.
Stand by for a start. Off here on the last at Randwick, and there's a good line out. Mogo Magic in the orange is one of the first into stride. Sovereign Hill is showing speed to go underneath it, and Love Shot goes up on the outside to third. Columbia Blue's pretty handy to the pace, followed by Erno is creeping up on the inside of Hedricks. They're followed then by Alabama State drifting back on the outside of Exit Fee. Snack Bar getting close to heels from Chemtrail and his Rose. And Bartoff is last of all. So Mogo Magic got about a length in front. 2 Sovereign Hill, Love Shock without cover. Erno tucked away fourth on the rails. Boy, this is a bunch field. Alabama State's going around them. Columbia Blue underneath. The Grey Hedricks one off the fence. Further back to Exit Fee as they come up to the home turn. Now Call Me Gorgeous is back last in the pink and the widest. Into the straight, Mogo Magic, Love Shock. Erno goes up the inside. They're followed by Sovereign Hill. Alabama State, Columbia Blue is poking through the middle. Snack Bar's running right up behind them. Call Me Gorgeous gives away a big start. Love Shot got to a narrow lead. Here's Sovereign Hill bursting through. Alabama State, Call Me Gorgeous very late. Sovereign Hill's the one. Sovereign Hill burst through the middle and got up to beat Erno. Love Shuck maybe third. There's heads everywhere. Snack Bar, Annie's Rose late with Hedrix. Call Me Gorgeous too far back from Alabama State. And Columbia Blue didn't pick up when required. Further back to Exit Fee, Mogo Magic, Bar Toffin, Chemtrail was last in. Oh, busy race the last.
Adam Hyeronimus for Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott have burst through late and got the money here. Number 2, Sovereign Hill, Waterhouse and Bott. Erno is going to be second. Number 13, Chris Waller and Tommy Berry. And Love Shack is going to get third. So that's 2 weeks in a row where Todd Smart has produced a runner